Sometimes the past doesn't stay where you left it. It hides inside your reactions, your fears, your relationships, and the way you deal with people. Most adults don't realize this, but psychology shows a harsh truth about human behavior. Your childhood wounds don't disappear. They simply learn how to speak through your adult self. You don't notice it because it doesn't show up as memories. It shows up as patterns. The way you avoid conflict. The way you over-explain yourself. The way you panic when someone is upset with you. The way you lose interest the moment someone treats you too nicely. These behaviors are not random. They're survival strategies you learned long before you even understood what survival meant. So here are 10 subtle signs your childhood is still silently controlling your life, shaping your relationships, your emotional intelligence, your self-worth, and even your future, without you realizing it. 1. You apologize even when nothing is your fault. This is not politeness, this is fear of being blamed, judged, or punished. Kids who grew up with unpredictable adults learned that staying small kept them safe. Now, as an adult, you say sorry to keep the peace, even when peace doesn't exist. 2. You struggle to trust anything that feels too good. When affection felt inconsistent, unstable, or conditional, love becomes suspicious. Your nervous system doesn't trust comfort. You think you're being careful, but it's actually your childhood trying to protect you from being hurt again. 3. You accept mistreatment because being ignored feels familiar. Here's one of the harshest psychology truths. People don't seek what's good for them, they seek what feels familiar. If neglect was normal when you were young, you will unconsciously tolerate it now because the brain confuses familiar with safe. 4. You overthink everything, not because you're weak, but because you grew up in chaos. Overthinking is a form of hypervigilance. You learn to scan for danger. You learn to predict moods, reactions, and outcomes just because it was the only way to avoid pain. 5. You fear losing people, even those who treat you poorly. When love felt unstable, your nervous system learned one thing: people leave. Now you cling, not because you're desperate, but because your inner child still believes abandonment is a threat to survival. 6. You struggle to say no because you were rewarded for being easy to control. Children who were taught to be accommodating grow into adults who apologize for having boundaries. You think saying yes makes you a good person, but in reality, it makes you an easy target for manipulation. 7. You shut down emotionally when conflict appears. Some people fight, some explode, but you freeze, because silence used to protect you from danger. And now silence feels safer than expressing your needs. 8. You become the fixer in every relationship. Growing up, you might have been the emotional adult in the house, the peacemaker, the problem solver, the responsible one. So now you attract broken people because you were trained to carry weight that was never yours. 9. You feel guilty for resting, relaxing, or doing nothing. If your childhood equated worth with productivity, you learn to fear stillness. You confuse exhaustion with accomplishment. You think being tired means you're doing life right, when in reality you're just repeating an old survival pattern. 10. You mistake anxiety for intuition. When chaos was your normal, calmness feels wrong. Your brain was wired to expect danger. So when life is peaceful, you assume something bad is coming. That's not intuition, that's trauma disguised as instinct. The harsh truth is this: unhealed childhood wounds don't ruin your life, they repeat it. But the moment you become aware, truly aware, the cycle begins to break. Awareness is not comfortable. It's not pretty, and it's definitely not easy, but it is the first step toward emotional freedom, self-awareness, and a healthier future. If any of these signs hit you harder than expected, don't run. Lean in. It might be the part of you that has been whispering for years, finally asking to be healed. Let's walk through this journey, gently, honestly, and without judgment. If you want to understand these patterns more deeply, why they happen, how they shape your adult relationships, and especially how to break the cycles you didn't choose, I've left a powerful book in the description. It's one of those rare reads that doesn't just explain you, it awakens you. If any part of this video felt a little too real, a little too close to home, that book will hit even deeper. Check the link in the description. It might be the missing piece you've been searching for.